Hi everyone, nice to see you again. I'm Amy Lei, a stock trainer at the Homely Chart Company, which is a stock training school. Today's video is the 28th of my channel, Amy Stock Analysis Daily, and it's Friday today, so we will talk about the market performance, the weekly summary. And this week, actually, we got a lot of shares quite bullish and crazily bullish. So the bullish stocks this week, have you managed to capture? Later, we will also talk about the bullish shares this week. Okay, at the very beginning, let's check the market performance. So last week, you still remember last Friday when we mentioned the performance of the US about the Nasdaq. We said that in a very long time, Nasdaq has been moving in this upward trend channel, right? So last week, the last candle here is, it's the monthly chart, of course. This is the monthly chart. The last week, when we talk about the performance of Nasdaq, the candle here, the last candle here is still a little bit far away from the uptrend channel line. But this week, Nasdaq, the performance has been quite strong, upward momentum quite strong. So that's why we see currently the price already touched the uptrend channel line, right? So price already touched uptrend channel line means the drop may come at any moment. This kind of drop may not be a very big drop immediately, because we mentioned last week that when the price touched the uptrend channel line, the price may not drop greatly, significantly, immediately. So you check for this period, the price touch, but it just moves around the line instead of dropping greatly and instantly, right? So means we have mentioned last week, when the significant drop would come, it will be when the price drop below the last medium to long bullish candle in the monthly chart. Remember, we are checking the monthly chart. Okay, so then the price would begin to drop significantly. So we see the previous performance. This is a significant, quite sharp drop this February, right? February and March, and we see it's a big drop because the price, this bearish candle, it dropped below the low price of the previous medium long bullish candle, so it dropped significantly. And this time also it dropped below, the bearish candle dropped below the low price of the previous significant or medium large bullish candle. So the drop becomes continuous for another 2 months, and used to drop to a very low level, right? And also this time drop below, and then the price in correction for a while, several months. But for this period, why the price touch, it didn't drop? Because you see, every time the price touch the bearish candle, it never dropped below the low price of the last significant or medium to long bullish candle. You see, this time failed, this time failed, this time failed, failed, until this time successful, drop below the low price of the last medium long bullish candle here. So a significant correction. And also this time, this is also a significant correction, because you see the price, this bearish candle dropped below the low of the last significant medium long bullish candle in the monthly chart. So significant correction. Okay, so this is the conclusion. So we need to keep a close eye on the future performance in recently, right? So recently, if the price begin to drop, that's not a surprise. we are expecting the correction, right? But how do we know the correction would be a big one? You can check if in near future the correction is drop below the low of this bullish candle here, then okay, sorry, we're checking the monthly chart, right? So means currently the last candle is this month, so we are waiting still for, let's say, in near future, if the price a drop, then we are checking the previous bullish candle here. But this month, if the drop in future is not a very big one, then higher probability the candle in the monthly chart for this month would be a bullish, right? So it would still be a bullish candle unless the second half of this month keep dropping greatly, or else this month the candle would be still bullish. So we need to wait for the performance next month, the candle for next month in the monthly chart, right? So but currently for short term, as the price already touched the resistance, there might be some correction, right? So you need to be careful for short term trading. Yeah. Okay, so that's for Nasdaq. Then for Dow Jones. So for Dow Jones, if we check the monthly chart, last week we mentioned currently the price is still a bit far away from the significant resistance level here. We connect the high points to get this significant trend line here. Then currently we are still a bit far away from this level, and we said whether or not the price can continue going up to touch the significant resistance. It depends on the performance in the daily chart, right? So we check the daily chart. Actually, last week, I also showed you the same chart. Last week, when I was showing you the chart, we were here, around here, this bearish candle, and I mentioned that this level is the strongest resistance according to the chip distribution. The longest bar means the strongest resistance. I said that if the price can successfully stand above 26,000, then it will be very high probability Dow Jones can continue going up to reach next resistance level at 27,400 in the daily chart, right? Unfortunately, this week, the last 4 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, and today we will be expecting the performance tonight for US, whether or not it would drop or it would still stand above the level here, because we say this is the strongest resistance. If Dow Jones finally in the end cannot stand above this level, let's say tonight a drop below the level here, then means higher probability the price Dow Jones remain weak for short term. It would remain below the level, maybe some further drop, maybe some sideways, because below here, very close to the current level, we have another relatively long blue bar, means some support around here, right? So maybe if tonight for Dow Jones the price cannot stand above this level here, because last night the closing price is just at the level, the lower edge of this longest bar of chip distribution. So if tonight it drop below, means higher probability continue dropping, or maybe some sideways. And then if tonight it can successfully above the level, maybe then can still we still have chance it would continue going up, okay, to reach this resistance level. This is for Dow Jones. But let's say if Nasdaq, we say it already reached the uptrend channel line, the very strong resistance. If Nasdaq would drop in near future, then maybe high probability Dow Jones also cannot stand above the level successfully, because we know that according to Dow theory, the indexes of the same market would verify each other. Usually they move in the same direction. So if Dow Jones continue dropping in near future, then I believe if Nasdaq continue dropping in near future, then I believe Dow Jones would also drop. And if Nasdaq can continue going up, then maybe or let's say Nasdaq is just a sideways there. It didn't drop or it didn't rise, it's just a sideways. Then maybe Dow Jones, if the price still can stand above the level here, then still have chance to go up, right? Okay, so this is for the performance of US. And then for our STI, last week, Friday, I also showed you this chart. Do you still remember when I was showing you the chart last week? All right, I think the chart is not the right chart. Okay, I'll show you the chart in the software. Okay. Weekly chart for STI. Okay, so let me remove this. Okay, so when I was showing you the chart last week, we were here. Okay, we were here last week. Okay, so last week I said the price get support at this very strong resistance level, very strong support level, because this is the close price of the previous blue Tai Chi signal, right? We say the high and the close price of the blue Tai Chi or yellow Tai Chi would be very strong support or resistance. For STI, this is the support. So we see STI got support at the close price of the blue Tai Chi, and then last week the price managed to hold the level, support level managed to hold up, and then the price above this level, which is the close price of the previous long bearish candle here. We say that for a very long bearish candle, the open, the close, the half level of the body would be very strong support or resistance. So last week, Friday, the price already above the level, which is the close price of the previous long bearish candle, right? So with a high probability, the price can continue going up. So this week, we see the price go up, but we have a long upper shadow here, means the resistance here is a little bit strong, because today for Singapore market, it's not open. It didn't open, right? So it means this already is the candle in the weekly chart of this week is already completed. So this week it's something like a shooting star, right? Okay, so means next week for STI, the price would test the support here, or even the support here again at the close price of the previous blue Tai Chi signal. Okay, so because just now we mentioned it's possible that for U.S. market at least for short term, there might be a correction, right? There might be a correction. So if US drop, then STI follow. If STI follow, then it would drop to test the support here first. But this level, the support may not be that strong. The strongest support would still be here. Okay, so it's also possible next week maybe the price would drop to touch this level again, to test the support here again. If this level can hold next week, maybe in future we'll have another chance. Price can turn upward again to reach here the half level of this previous long bearish candle in the weekly chart. If price can continue to break up this resistance level, maybe can continue to rise to cover the previous downward gap here. Once the gap is covered, the high price of this bearish candle here, which is you see also a very significant resistance level, because the level previously has been touched by price for several times. So here and also here and here means this level would be a significant resistance level for future performance. If the price can really reach this level to cover the gap, then I think it reach this level, it will be very high probability it would turn downward. And it's also possible that maybe the price just cover the gap. When the gap is covered here, would turn downward immediately. Also possible, right? But we know roughly the resistance level is around this area. When the price already reach this level, we need to be careful already. Okay, so this is for our SDI. Okay, so we check the levels. Okay, so the strongest support, that would be at 2,570, which is the close price of the previous blue Tai Chi signal. Okay, and then currently the price is a little bit above the 2,635. So this actually is the chart for last week. Just now we checked the performance for this week. We have a candle like a shooting star, right? So, but currently the price is still above the 2,635, right? So, we mentioned the price in next week. The price next week would try to test the support here, 2,635, and might even drop further to touch 2,570 if the US market would drop in near future. Okay, and then if the price gets support again to at 2,570, turn upward maybe to reach 2,750, then the strongest would be 3,040, right? 3,040. Okay, so this is for STI. Then for Hang Seng Index. Okay, so for Hang Seng Index, when we were talking about the performance, that's this bullish candle, we see that the price managed to stand above 24,650. We mentioned this is the half of the previous bearish candle, and we see this level has been touched by the price for many times. After that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for many times means this is a very strong resistance. And last week, the candle managed to stand above this significant resistance level. We mentioned our target would be 26,670, right? You still remember? And then we see the interesting thing. This week, for Hang Seng Index, the upward momentum is quite strong, and we see the high price reach the level we mentioned last week, 26,670, then drop. Means this is a very strong resistance level, and we see for Hang Seng Index today, it also dropped, right? So today it dropped again. So this resistance level for Hang Seng would be a very strong resistance for near future. And if US drop next week, then maybe Hang Seng Index would also drop first to test again the support at 24,650. Okay, so that's the performance for Hang Seng Index. And then how about our KOCI? KOCI, we have good news. All the chart looks promising, right? Last week, when we talk about the KOCI, the price just break up the white lines of homely rainbow for the second time, right? So here, right? So after that, last week we mentioned that the yellow Tai Chi here would be the future resistance level. So we see this week KOCI continue rising and already now reach this level. And it reached this level, it would be a strong resistance. I think if US drop, then KOCI near future would also drop, because this is also the resistance level. And then US drop, then other markets follow. So high probability it would drop also. But in future, if the price break up this level, then we almost confirmed for Malaysia market. It finally reversed to a long-term bullish. Okay, so maybe in future, Malaysia shares would be a very good choice for you. If US, Hang Seng, and SDI all turned out to be not that strong, weak, or quite volatile, maybe Malaysia shares would be a better choice. That's possible. Considering for Malaysian market, it has dropped for more than 2 years. It's about a time maybe that we have a round of bullish market for Malaysia. Okay. So this is about the market performance, and actually I want to remind you that either the market is bullish or bearish, as long as we trade the strong stocks with big boys in, I make profit all the time. I can make profit all the time. So we say that the index is very important to check, right? So here, the investment philosophy of Homely, index first, individual stocks next. Index very important to check, but sometimes if you want to make it simple to make a profit, actually there is a very good way to achieve the goal. Make profit simply but safely and great profit. How? You always trade the strong stocks with big boys in. Either the market is bullish or bearish, we always have some strong stocks. This would be a minority in the market, especially if the market is bearish. Still, if you have a very powerful tool that can do filter, then you can always find out these strong shares in time and enter in time and leave in time. So you need a tool. You need a powerful software. Okay, so Homely software can help you do the filter to filter those strong stocks with the big boys in. So if you can make sure of that, then how can you lose money, or how it's possible that you can't make money? Okay, so if it's bullish, then you can make much more money than others if you trade the stocks with big boys in. And if it's bearish, you still can make money. And most importantly, safely. You make money safely, because most of other retailers, they are losing money and losing great sum. So sticking to the stocks with big boys in, that's the best way to make sure that you make profit all the time. Okay, so let's check the strong shares this week. What shares have been quite strong this week for Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, and also US? You check the performance this week. For example, the Singapore market first, yen law, quite strong recently. And then it turned out to be the bamboo shoot pattern, right? So last week, I shared with you the bamboo shoot pattern. So on this day, when the price break up the consolidation platform and we have the blue signal, that is the buy point. That is the buy point. You buy and you hold this week, great profit for you. Okay, this is the bamboo shoot. You can manage to catch this one with the software, okay? And then also this is another very popular superstar, Riverstone. It's also the bamboo shoot. See, this is the perfect pattern, narrow range of consolidation. And then the consolidation lasts for quite a while, more than 1 month, I believe. So the longer the consolidation area, the narrower the consolidation area, the stronger the pattern, or the more beautiful the pattern. You still remember, right? Okay, so you see, this is why recently Riverstone also so beautiful, so strong, crazily strong, right? Bamboo shoot pattern. But the precondition, bamboo shoot pattern, the precondition is always big boys. I mentioned again and again. We always trade the strong stocks. What kind of stocks can be strong? Big boys are participating. Okay, how to check? 50% of the red bar. If the red bar of multicolored dragon more than 50%, then we know this is the strong stocks with big boys participant, or to be exact, with big boys take control. Big boys take control. Okay, so you see the previous one, yen law also. Why it's a successful bamboo shoot pattern? The precondition, big boys take control, more than 50%. Okay, and of course no retailers, right? We don't want the green bar, because the green bar here represent the retailers. We don't want retailers. Okay, and then another Singapore share, UG Healthcare, and this is not the bamboo shoot pattern, but this is the short-term profiting model I shared with you this week, right? Or last week? Yeah, recently I shared with you the short-term profiting model for profiting model, which is based on the strong signal, right? So this is the strong signal. We see the candles are colored. Red bar means the buy point for short term. Dark blue means you hold. Yellow means you sell for short term. And then light blue means you stay sidelines, hold your money. And we see recently, 23rd June, we have the buy point. So the buy point doesn't appear this week. But if you have monitored the share with the software, you already have captured this one, this quite bullish share, 23rd June. After you see the buy point, you just buy and you hold until now. So making profit is just this easy. If you follow the big boys, you follow the buy point based on the bamboo shoot pattern or based on the strong signal. And then Meditech, also the superstar. You see the buy point, it comes in the middle of June already, 1 month, right? So you already hold for 1 month if you have monitored the software and you have buy based on the software, the strong signal. See how much big boys? Almost 100%. That's why it can be so crazy. Okay, so this is just now we checked the Singapore bullish shares this week. And how about the Malaysia shares? Also a lot of, I checked for Malaysia, a lot of bullish shares this week. For example, this one, 5162, you check the buy point based on the strong signal. So beautiful. And just several days ago, right? Several days ago, you got a buy point. So that's 8th July, just 2 days ago actually, right? Quite good, short term. And then this is another Malaysia share. See, the buy point is here. The following day, the price above the high of the buy signal, and also the retailers disappear completely. So buy, then you get a profit for short term. And then this is another Malaysia share. Buy point recently, you buy when the price above the high of the red bar of strong signal. So retailers disappear completely. Big boys reached 50%. That's why it can be so strong. The upward momentum can be so strong. Okay. Wow, this is a Hong Kong share. This is a Hong Kong share, and it's so crazy because this is the bamboo shoot and the perfect bamboo shoot pattern. See how perfect? Narrow range of consolidation. The consolidation lasts for roughly 1 month. And then when we have the price break up the consolidation platform, the big boys suddenly reached more than 75%. That's why it's so strong in a very short time. So this is a very powerful pattern, bamboo shoot. You may not come across this pattern very frequently, but once you got one, congratulations. This can be a superstar in near future. And don't forget, in previous sessions I shared with you, we can filter based on the bamboo shoot, right? We can actually filter this pattern on 3rd July. Early this month, you filter based on the bamboo shoot. You can get this one. Okay. Bamboo shoot. And then this is another quite bullish Hong Kong share. But this share, the buy point doesn't appear this week. Rather, it's earlier. But also, you see this is bamboo shoot, right? This is also bamboo shoot. Very powerful pattern here. And then this is Hong Kong share 00357. And this share, you can catch it based on the strong signal, the buy point recently. After you buy this week, you can also secure a very handsome profit. This is another Hong Kong share. See how beautiful it is? Buy based on the strong signal. This week, go up. Just every day. You just every day see the price go up, and make much more and more money. Okay. And yeah, this is another. Oh yeah, this is already the US market, right? So just now we already checked the Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, and finally we checked the US. So US this week also we got a lot of quite bullish shares. I just now checked a lot of shares quite bullish for the US, and you can manage to buy based on either the strong signal or the bamboo shoot pattern. For strong signal, you see here the buy points. Okay. And then this is another, oh yeah, this is Tesla, right? The famous Tesla. So you see the buy point is quite beautiful. After that, you buy, you hold. Recently, your profit already doubled. Yeah, this is also the superstar recently, NIO, right? NIO. All right, so these are the bullish shares this week, right? So have you managed to catch these bullish shares? If you only know that these shares are bullish after already it go up for more than 30%, 40% or 50% or even doubled, then no point for you, right? So you need to catch them before they rise. So how? You need to use the Homely software to filter the buy point, to filter based on the bamboo shoot, or maybe based on the strong signal, the first the buy point, the buy point, the red bar of strong signal. You filter, then you buy, then you follow. When you have a sell signal, you sell. So that's quite simple to make profit. Okay, so that's all about today's sharing, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next Monday. Bye bye.